I did. I did. Greetings, 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 my brothers and my sisters. What's going on? What's happening? Peace to the world. This is your brother, your friend, Toure Muhammad, and you are tuned in to the Toure Muhammad Show. It is 11:10, and we are here at the What's in It for the Black People Studios. Man, we are so excited, so happy, so encouraged to be up and alive for another day. What's up? What's happening? What's popping? Habari Ghani, Assalamu alaikum. Hey man, family, I'm so happy to be here with you. And we got some great stuff happening today. We got a shaker and a mover that's going to be co-hosting with us today. So I want you to tell a friend or tell a friend, share this message, share us with everyone. Put this on your timeline. Let the world know the Toure Muhammad Show is on, and we are so excited. So, man, my South Side people at, where you at? My East Side people, 79th Street, Rainbow Beach. Where you at? Chatham, John T. Peary, Hyde Park, Lewisworth. Where my Eagles at? Lynn Bloom. And then we got Roseland in the building today. Yeah, she's straight out of Roseland. We have Linda Perez, Sissy's Taco Bar, with us today. Greetings, Queen. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
Man, it is good to see you. I like those
Same.
glasses. Those are very stylish.
Thank you. I try to.
Man, it's good for you to be here. Thank you for coming to co-host with me today on the Toure Muhammad Show. We're always pleased to have you. You know, people are no stranger to you. So tell us what's been going on in your world. We know the tacos have been popping. We heard and we had some yesterday. We heard it was a great time yesterday at the pop-up on 75th Street.
It was beautiful. It was excellent. Um, Shout out to Maze Jackson Show because a lot of my customer comes from the show and also with Bean Soup Time. So shout out to the Maze Jackson Show for pushing and helping us get the word out. But we had a beautiful day yesterday. Knowing today is our last day at 312 East 75th Street, but we have a meeting today at 3:30, looking at another a new potential space for us.
Man, absolutely. And I have to say it too as well. Man, we have, I don't know if Mays know, I've been in a little personal competition, like who's gonna get the most people in at Sissy's Taco Bar, Black Chicago Wheats and Bean Soup Time for the Mays Jackson Show. And listen, man, I may have to bow down, man. I may have to bow down because they come in consistently. We know when he's talking about it on the show or the other hosts are talking about it because they come right in. They say, I heard it on the Maze Jackson Show. So absolutely. For people who are trying to figure out where to put their advertising dollars, if you want to put it somewhere where it's going to make sense, listen, if you're trying to reach black folks who love to support black-owned businesses, then what's in it for the black people, man? Maze Jackson, this is the place to do it. We were doing it before we came on the show, and it's absolutely worked. So, man, that's why we're so excited to be here in Wakanda land, Southside. So, man, we've been hearing about the tamales, or people have. I've been tasting them and hearing about them. So, talk a little bit about those tamales.
So we have pre-orders, and I was gonna start pre-orders today, but they took off yesterday. So we have a bunch of orders in already from yesterday. So we have chicken and carrots and cilantros, and then we have the beans and cheese. So it's pre-order, and you can receive it on Thursday for a pickup. So it's just awesome. I love it. I'm already slammed. We're almost at 75 tamales already. So it's a good thing. It's a good feeling.
Man, so I've always had a concern about tamales. I like the taste of them, but quite frankly, every time I got a tamale, it was more of the meal and more of the outside part that you don't eat than it was
Yeah,
meat. So I'm
yeah.
so excited when I bite into one of your tamales. Talk about the flavors and what you put into them.
We put a lot of love into them, a lot of flavor because you'll get some tamales that's just bland, plain. You probably get a string of chicken and that's it. And we pay because my kids love tamales, and that's what we created because it was one of my kids, the oldest birthday, and he's like, "Can we try to make tamales?" Because every time we go to a authentic restaurant, we get disappointed when it's like all that dough and just that small piece of meat. So we actually put meat into our tamales, and people are happy and satisfied with it.
Man, absolutely. And of course, one of my favorites is the salmon tacos. Now, listen, there's some controversy going on right now because the last time when I came over here to What's in It for the Black People studio, and I was talking with everyone about your tacos, and there was already a joke about the L in salmon, right? And we said that we pronounce it with the L because we put love. You put love in those salmon tacos, so we say salmon, right? So, but we know
Yeah.
some of y'all black folks that like to put your thick African lips all to the side and talk real proper and don't disrespect the king's English language, right? We know it doesn't have an L in it. The L is silent like Django. The J is silent.
Right.
So, but
But
you do something real unique with those salmon tacos, salmon tacos. So, talk a little bit about the salsa that I love that you put in it.
so we make blackened salmon, and I love it. The kids love it. I just made some this morning, and we make it fresh every day. So I just made some this morning, and the way we do it is it's our secret ingredients to it, but we make the salsa with pineapples, avocados, cilantros, lime, tomatoes, and it's delicious, and a little pinch of salt and pepper inside of it. So you get that sweetness, but that refreshness. It's almost like that California style taco. That's every time I make it, that's what I think of. So I love it, and a lot of people love it. We sold out last night, so we sold out of everything last night pretty much. So it was a great evening last night.
And well, that's what I'm talking about. That's how you want to sell out. That's the proper sellout right there. So Felicia is asking how to order the tacos. The tamales. Go to sissystacobar.com. Sissy's with an SISSYS Taco Bar TACOBAR, and you will see the information on there on how to order. I believe it's on the second page that says tamales, but definitely you can find it on the website. And you say something that I love to hear, and that I think is important for people to understand. You test everything out on your family first, right? So they're the taste testers
They
before
are,
you
and
present it to the public.
yes, they are, and I've taught them about food tasting, so they know they help in the kitchen as far as when we're doing our family dinners. So my kids are very experienced with food, and we don't eat a lot of junk food, I should say, like McDonald's, Burger King. We eat good food, so they know good food. So if I make something bad, they're like, "No, Mama, too. Start over. Throw that away." I'm like, "Really?" So I'm like, "Okay." Those are my little chefs. So I have one in the family. He wants to be a chef. The other one wants to be a doctor. And the other one wants to own a restaurant. So they're very critique, and I take the criticism because if they can't tell me the truth and I can't accept it, how can I accept it for my customers? So they're my first customers.
And they have, they're young, but they do have a knack for what's good and what's not good too. They have some well developed taste buds. I think you must take them around to eat at a lot of different places, huh?
We do. We do. We enjoy quality food, good food, healthy food. And so that's what Sissy's Taco Bar was created to, just to bring something to our community so we can enjoy our community, and and share our experience with people in our community by like last night, we engaged with our customers. We talked with our customers. So that experience, like Maya Angelou says, a person will never forget how you treat them. Um, but they might forget the things you do, but they will never forget how you made them feel. And that's what we want them to feel: love, welcome in Sissy Taco Bar when they come in.
Man, that's beautiful. And talk a little bit about the collaboration, right? You've done one collaboration, and obviously we've been talking about it today. This is the last day for the pop up at the current location, but you're currently looking for another location. What are some of the things you're looking for in a collaboration? And I think that during this COVID pandemic, it's so much more relevant and important to find collaborative opportunities.
Um, Collaboration is very important, especially in our community. We have to learn and get over that hurdle, that hump sometimes, and people are doing it. And just like with what is it? I can't believe it's meat and don't let me say his business wrong. Phase. Is it
Flaves.
Phase? Flaves, just like it's a collaboration, and that's what it's all about. Is us working together, not being in competition with each other. So Sissy's Taco Bar want to do the same thing. Is collaborate with another black-owned business where we could be in the same space, share, learn from each other, and even probably try to share the cost of our expense when we're buying our products in our inventory. And that's about building within us, but that's how we strive to get over and be successful too, is working together in our community. So collaboration, we're just looking for a space that we can share, grow together, cross promotion, because it's hard out here for everyone right now, especially in this time of this virus, this pandemic. A lot of businesses are struggling, especially in restaurants. Numbers are low. And so it's the great time that we can partner and collaborate with each other. So we're looking for a space that Sissy can grow and fit and not, be a burden on that owner as well.
Right, that's beautiful, and I think that there's somebody definitely out there, and like you said, it may be happening as soon as today. And you mentioned the "Can't Believe It's Not Meat" and Flav's collaboration. For those who don't know, they are opening up together a Orland Park location, January 30th. The sign is already up. They have a beautiful collaborative sign up. They're going to be, I think, right next to each other, but it's a great
Yeah.
collaboration and great, you
Mhm.
know, they have two totally different themes of food that can go well. So you can bring, if you want to get your Flav's meat, but you have your friend that doesn't want it, then that's a perfect combination for you all to be able to still enjoy you all self and go out and dine together in the same vicinity. So that's absolutely wonderful. And, you know, you were getting pressured. I heard some of the concerns that people had about not just having a vegetarian, vegan taco that was just full of rice and lettuce and cilantro. So, talk a little bit about that Cajun Jack vegan taco that you have.
So we take the Cajun jackfruit and we make Cajun jack tacos, which is a fruit jack. Um, we love it. We sold yesterday. We started yesterday selling the vegan tacos. So we had people come in to purchase the vegan tacos. So today we'll be doing it again. And so we're trying to do the bridge as well, the vegetarian, the vegan, and that's why we don't have beef and pork on our menu, is because we're trying to move in that direction of changing our eating habits but bringing something different to our community. You'll be amazed that people on 75th Street never had a salmon taco. It was either a cod, what's that, the codfish taco fried and things in that nature, but they never had the salmon. And then there was a couple of people that never had turkey tacos. It's beef. So we're just trying to move them into that direction and offer more. And so as we grow in our business, we will have more vegan options. It's just right now, since we're on the go and we're on the move, it's hard to do our full menu that we have in place.
Man, that is absolutely wonderful. And man, we're excited. We have a couple of great people that we're going to be talking to today. One of them you introduced us to. They're going to be coming on a little bit later in the show. But we're excited to have Sage Vegan Meals on the show. And we do have our other guest that is getting ready to come on in just a few minutes. So, man, we're so excited about the people that you're going to be meeting and hearing about and being able to support on the Toure Muhammad Show. So, what else has been happening in your world? What is some of your favorite places when you're not cooking up those delicious tacos that you like to eat?
Hmm. Oh, that's kind of hard and picky to say my favorite, because my thing is, if it's good food, I'm coming back two, three times. But I can say my favorite dish is lamb chops. I love lamb chops. So if they're good and they're cooked right, what is that? Soul Shack. I love Soul Shack's lamb chops. You can taste the lemon in it, but you can taste the seasoning. It's not overpowering. Um, so I'm a lamb chop girl. So Mark Walker has lamb chops. I had his out there in Calumet as well. So I'm a lamb chop. So if I see lamb chop on your menu, I'm coming.
Man, that's what's up. So that is definitely that's a great dish and a great food item to enjoy. Those lamb chops is actually a little better on your stomach than that beef. And man, if people make some good lamb chops, they are definitely delicious. So man, we're looking forward. I haven't had those lamb chops from Uwe's It Is yet, but I can't wait to test them out when I eat a little red meat every now and then. But shout out to Vicky's Cafe. They are on 2055 West 79th Street. They have breakfast, they have lunch, they have dinner. I don't know if people even know about them. They're open till 7 p.m. And we've been
No.
seeing some great food on their timeline on Instagram. So we told them we're going to get by real soon and test out their food. That's Vicky's Cafe right there, 2055 West 79th Street. And you know, they're right down the street, really, from my family, Dan Soul Food, which is 23 West 79th Street. So you can go there and check them out as well. They have dinner, lunch and dinner. So with that, we want to bring on our guests. We have some a wonderful family. We got a chance to meet them. And man, we've been so pleased with what they've been bringing and have brought to the south side of Chicago. So I'm gonna see if I can work this thing properly. I think I just got to click it. I'm sorry. You know what? We're gonna go on a quick break because that's what we do here at the Toure Muhammad Show on What's in It for the Black People Media. We're gonna take this break. When are we gonna take the break? Right now? All right, we're gonna take this break, and when we come back, we're gonna have on Afro Joes Coffee House, which is right there in the Auburn Gresham community. So stay tuned. Tell a friend to tune in to the Toure Muhammad Show, and we'll be right back.
WIFTBPM. Hey Chicago, it's Dawn Millhouse from the Book of Dawn. There's a lot of fake news about the COVID vaccine, just false information. So our station has joined the Protect Chicago team to help share the truth about the vaccine and dispel the rumors. I hear all the time, I've already had COVID. I don't need the vaccine. You're wrong. Get the facts by visiting the What's in It for the Black People Media page on Facebook and www.chicago.gov/COVIDVax. That's COVIDVAX. We're in this together, Chicago.
Without it, I could withdraw. Cause nothing even matters.
I thought you said you wanted a tea.
At all.
You did, but then somebody said you wanted a tea. I got to put
Nothing
it in real quick.
even matters. Nothing even matters.
Hey, get your staff together. I can't help it what they do.
Man, that is a beautiful song right there. I was grooving to that song. I love that song right there. That's a beautiful melody. And man, it's a great introduction to our guest. We have a brother. Man, I was able to go by and meet his family when I heard about a coffee house on 84th and Halsted. And I was almost offended because I'm like, wait a minute, there's a coffee house on 84th and Halsted. You know, man, you have to be of strong will and determination to open up during the pandemic. That's why we didn't know about him. I didn't know about him. But we're so happy, man, to have Afro Joe in the building. What's going on, brother?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having us. We did open up in the middle of the pandemic, but actually it's been pretty fantastic. The Auburn Gresham community has been super responsive. People have been uber supportive, so it's just been a great experience thus far for us. So we're happy to be here. We're happy that we're able to do this in our neighborhood. We feel like it's much needed. So that's why we did it.
Man, absolutely. And man, so you are like my co-host, Sissy's Taco Bar, Linda Perez, opened up during the pandemic. You all are Chicago tough, man. You got to be full of vision and faith and commitment to do it during these difficult times. But this is when champions are made and when great businesses are made. So tell us a little bit about Afro Joe.
Well, Afro Joe was kind of my brainchild. I've always been into coffee, and wanted to do something in my neighborhood. That was my frustration, is that I didn't have a neighborhood coffee shop like they do up north. A place where I can meet my neighbors, a place where my neighbors can come and relax, talk to each other, enjoy a good cup of coffee, a nice sandwich, and a pastry. So that was kind of the thought behind Afro Joe's. And honestly, my wife and co-owner just got tired of me talking about it and said, "Why don't you do something about it?" So that got the ball rolling, and we never looked back. We started this. Speaking of the pandemic, we didn't plan to open during the pandemic. We had actually started build out, and March happened. So we were already halfway into our build out, and so we couldn't do anything but go forward. So that's what we did. We just kind of put our heads down and we worked. And that's what we're doing now. I mean, we just try our best to make everyone that walk through our doors feel like they're coming in our home. That's how we want people to feel. We want them to feel like this is their coffee shop, and they can come here, relax. We want them to ask questions about coffee. What we found out is a lot of people go to these other coffee places and they just order. They don't necessarily know what they're ordering. So we love to talk coffee. We love to explain what's in the drinks. And we love just seeing smiles on people's faces. We've got a selection of breakfast and lunch, sandwiches, soups, salads. So the other piece of it is that we try to offer things that the restaurants in the area don't offer. We don't have a fryer, so we're not frying anything. We're putting everything on the panini press. Everything is made fresh here upon ordering. So even with our breakfast sandwich, we're actually cracking an egg and making a fresh egg with your sandwich. We try to offer things for everyone. We've got vegetarian offerings. We got vegan offerings. So we just try to have things that people can come enjoy, and things that you typically can't get in this neighborhood.
Man, it's absolutely right, man. Definitely a great assortment there that you have. And tell us a little bit about some of that coffee. Definitely the great food items you have. And I believe you have, what, 4 or 5 different flavors of coffee that you showed me when I was there?
Yeah, so we've got 3 different coffee offerings. We've got our daily brew, which is our Afro Spice. It's a medium roast coffee. You can really taste all the notes in the coffee. For those who are really in the coffee, we have what we call the Harold Washington blend, which right now we just sell whole bean. We can grind that for you in whichever technique you like to use to brew your coffee. So whether it's French press or a drip, we'll grind your coffee to your specifications. So we have the Harold Washington blend, and then for our decaf drinkers, we have the Dusabo blend. All of our coffees are named after famous African Americans that really had an impact on Chicago. So of course everyone knows who Harold Washington is, and then of course Dusabo as well. If they don't know who those are by chance, we have a brief description on the coffee bag that gives you a brief history of Harold Washington, of Mr. Dusabo, and then the Afro Spice is really kind of the essence of us is the Afro. So we actually give a description of the Afro and its origins. So everything is really focused on us. If you look at our sandwiches, they're named after communities in Chicago that we reside in. So we have the Inglewood sandwich, we have the Bronzeville breakfast sandwich, we have the Out West wrap. So we're really trying to focus things on us and our experience. And what we're finding out is that when we focus on us, everybody wants to be a part of this experience. So we get people coming from all over the city. We welcome them like they're guests in our homes, and we try to make them feel good. But we definitely want them to experience us, and probably us, the part of us that you don't see. not what you see on TV. We want you to see that we're hardworking, that we're educated, and that we are the culture. So we want people to experience that.
Man, that's beautiful. And Tennille Jackson said, man, make sure you let them know you use those real eggs. And I know that Linda Perez is keen on that too. She don't like canned stuff. She don't like fake stuff. So talk.
No, everything here is fresh. Our pastries are fresh. All of our sandwiches are fresh. I said we got a small but mighty kitchen in the back. My wife and co-owner came up with the menu, and I mean, she really outdid herself. We've got the Southside short rib grilled cheese sandwich, which was beef short rib that we braised for 24 hours. So we just got some real fantastic food items, and we encourage everyone to come out and give us a try. You absolutely won't be disappointed.
I like the fact that you got food in there, because if I come in there for a cup of coffee and I'm on my computer, I get hungry and I don't want just bagels and muffins. I want some food. So you're gonna have me as a customer.
Absolutely. Also, we have we've got the Wi-Fi. Unfortunately, we are still in the lockdown phase, but as soon as Mayor Lightfoot gives us the thumbs up, we will be open back for everyone to enjoy the space. One thing that we do is we support local artists. So if you can see behind me, we've got a local artist, Matala, who's 18 years old, lives in the community. I think brother Abel actually was in this morning. He said he knows you really well. So shout out to them. They're a great family, a beautiful family. But yes, we have Amatala's art on the wall. It's fantastic. And what we do is we rotate out artists every 30 days, and we just to support them, because we know right now it's tough for artists as well. So we allow them to utilize our space to display their art, and all the artists for sale. So we encourage people, if you're in the art, please come out, check these wonderful artists out. Like I said, all of their art's for sale, and we definitely want to support local artists.
Man, absolutely. Yes, we definitely love student minister Abel Muhammad, his entire family. He has wonderful, genius children, and definitely I was happy to hear about her doing her artwork and having it displayed over there. So, man, it's a real community environment you have over there. So tell people the address. People are asking, where is it located?
Yeah, absolutely. So Afro Joes is located 8344 South Halsted, 8344 South Halsted. Afro Joes, come and see us. Couple other things that we have going. Every second Tuesday of the month, we do a educator appreciation program, or educator appreciation, where educators can come in and they get a free cup of coffee. And when we say educators, we're not just talking teachers, we're talking administrators. If you work in the school, if you're the custodian, you are supporting our kids on a daily basis. Come in, second Tuesday of the month, you get a free cup of coffee. We love you guys, and we want to support. Couple other things that we're doing. Once the pandemic is over and we can actually utilize our space again, we're going to be doing a homework support program where kids in the community can come in after school free of charge and get homework support. I've got retired teachers in my family that are just willing to help and want to help. So we're going to utilize those resources and support our youth in the community. On Saturdays, we try to always have live music. We had to stop that once they shut us down, but as soon as they open it back up, we want to do live music. We're all about the arts and supporting the creativity in our community, because there's a ton of creativity in our community. And what's happening is they leave our community and showcase their talents. We're trying to keep those talents right here in our community. So we're going to use this space that we have to support living artists that are from this community. So that's one of our charters, and we'll continue to do that as long as we're here.
That is so beautiful. I love hearing things like that, and I love to have those type of things in our community. That is beautiful. I'll make sure I send kids, because I have a daycare, so we need kids, especially the after school kids that need the extra help. I remember you.
Yeah, yeah, and then and when you stop in, we have a table that we allow local businesses to put their cards out. And what happens is all of our customers that come in migrate to this table, and they're picking up cards to things their needs. So whether it's daycare, whether it's hair care, whether it's maintenance around your home. We want to support all of our contractors that we use for our build out. We're African American contractors. They all did a fantastic job. So that myth that we don't have trades in our community, that's just a myth, because we had the electrician, we had the plumber, we had the carpenters, and all of them looked like us. And it was beautiful just seeing them work. I would just come up here and watch them work, because it's beautiful. I can't do any electrical or any of that, but it was beautiful watching them. And it was beautiful supporting them. So we're all about supporting our own and supporting our community. I always tell people we could have opened this coffee shop anywhere in the city. We chose Auburn Gresham, one, because we live in Auburn Gresham, and two, because we feel like the community deserves Afro Joes. So that's why we did it. And we'll continue to do things to support and build businesses within our communities, because we feel like it's much needed. And we feel like nobody can take care of us like we can. So that's our charter, and that's what we want to do.
Absolutely. And the thing is, to keep something like that, it takes us as customers to come support you, to keep you in business as well. And that's what I tell people: you have to come out and support. We complain so much that we don't have anything, but when we do pop up great establishment like yours, because you offer so much, you're different from any coffee house that I've ever came across or heard of on the south side of Chicago. So kudos to you. Thumbs up. I love it. You offer so much. You think about our kids, our children, our young youth. That's dope. And that's what it's all about. It's the village. It's bringing that connection and bringing that unity back. I have so much passion, and you're right. You live in that area, you should open up a business. I live in Chatham, and I want to open Sissy's Taco Bar right here in Chatham. So that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, but I can't take the credit for it. That's how I was raised. My mom and dad raised me that way. So shout out mom and dad if you all are watching. But yeah, it's all about just supporting, and more so than that, circulating the dollar where you live. We feel like one, putting a business in this community supports the tax base. We feel like we can do the things that we want to do from the coffee shop, as far as our outreach to the youth, our outreach to local artists. So these are things that we're passionate about. The food piece, me and my wife are big foodies, so we're passionate about food. So our menu is always evolving, and we're always trying to introduce new things. So that's what it's all about for us. That's kind of our personal charter, and it just overlaps into our business. But we're all about, if I can put one message out there, we're all about this Auburn Gresham community. We want to see it grow and prosper. And we want to see the greatness that's in this community. We want it to be seen and shown, because there's a lot of suppressed greatness in this community. A lot of people doing really great things that you don't hear about. You hear about the 1% of people that are, causing harm to this community and doing things that's not like us and that's not in our nature. There's 99% of us that get up and go to work every day, work hard, take care of our families and kids, and that's what we want to showcase. If you come in our coffee shop, that's what's here every day. We don't see any of the negativity that you hear about on the news and that's displayed. We see hardworking people every single day come in our coffee shop, and it's really encouraging. And I just want the city of Chicago to know that when you come to Auburn Gresham, it's a community of hard-working individuals that want to see their families grow up and be healthy and be successful. So we want to support that one coffee drink at a time.
Man, I love it. We love it. Now, can you show us a little bit? I don't know if you got in your computer camera, but give us a view of some of the beautiful aesthetics of the place. And I don't know if you know, man, you got a new best friend.
We'll start with some of the art on the wall.
Yeah, look at that.
We support local artists. As you can see, too, we have the garage door in the front, In the summertime, we're going to put some planters out there to make the area a little private, but there'll be outdoor seating. So alfresco dining coming in the summer. Um, One thing I do want to mention too is that we are reinvesting in our business. We opened up in late October, and we've already bought all new equipment just to support the community and make sure we're getting things out in efficient fashion. So you know we're reinvesting in our business to make it better. Uh, we do weekly training. We actually, I'm myself, my daughter, and my wife, we're all baristas, but we hire in baristas to come and train us just so that we're always getting better and educating ourselves on the newest methods on how to brew coffee and make the experience better. So we're always doing training. We're always reading and trying to get better because we want to be the premier coffee shop, not just in this community, but in the city.
Man, I love it, man. I don't know if you understand, man. You just got you a couple of new longtime customers. See, Linda Perez has a home daycare she's been running for 17 years. And
Fantastic.
she's a foodie, and she believes in quality black-owned businesses. So you look at that smile she got on her face right now. She can't wait to get over there and spend some
Yeah,
money.
but we
Like 30 minutes for me.
we can't wait to have you. Like I said, we love meeting new guests and welcome them into our space. So yes, we can't wait for you all to come by and enjoy our space.
That's beautiful. I love it. I love hearing stories like this. It gives me chills. I want to cry, but it's good news. And this is what we want to hear. And you're right. They don't highlight this in our community. It's the negative, but we need the positive. And this is where Toure is here to do and highlight great things like this. And I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. And this is how you get that message out. Like, this is a fantastic platform. And I love what you all are doing as well. So thank you for the opportunity. But yeah, I agree with you 100%, Linda. It's about showcasing that 99% that you don't hear about.
Yeah.
And like I said, we've got a hard-working community here, and we just got to showcase it. One other thing I do want to bring up, because it's another piece that's really near and dear to our hearts. This summer, we're going to start an initiative just to keep the community clean initiative. So we're going to be working with our youth to tackle this littering problem we have, because we feel like one of the biggest issues with our community is that, I see it, and I hate to say it, but people will drive down the street, roll down their window, and dump their trash out. Now, I think that's double. I think that's multifaceted, because you go in other communities and there's garbage cans on every corner. You don't see that in our community, so that's something
No,
we need
you
to work
don't.
on with local government. But also, we have to take some responsibility and make sure that we're picking up the trash. Every day I go outside in front of my business and I'm picking up garbage. I don't mind doing that because I want it to be clean, but I think we need to do that on a community level. So that's something that we're going to tackle this summer.
That's absolutely true, because when me and Tori was on 79th and Drexel, we would go out down 79th, pick up the trash, get my kids to come out and help, pay them extra money just to show like we're here. We don't live here, but we're going to clean this area up. And when I
Absolutely.
lived in Inglewood for at least 4 years, I tried to reach out to the alderman to get garbage cans on the bus stops, because that's where the fields were mostly garbage. And I was given the runaround, denied. But I'm like, it's on this side of the town, but not over here. And I went out and started picking up trash and getting the high school kids and helping them with their college resumes, or kind of helping them get ready for college if they came out and helped me and volunteer. So that's what it's about. And when I go back on that block is still clean. They have pride now, but it takes one person, one block at a time.
Yes, we're gonna definitely tackle that. It's kind of that, like you just said, it's taking that personal responsibility. You doing it, the next person see you doing it, they do it, and hopefully it starts a domino effect.
Yes,
That's right. That's right.
absolutely.
So I think before you go, I know you got to run, but before you go, one person asked, "What is in the Over East sandwich?"
The out west wrap, that's a kale and a grilled chicken wrap. It also has Parmesan crisp in it, so really healthy, clean wrap. It's really tasty as well.
Man, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, man. We appreciate you for
What
coming
time you
on.
close?
Say that again.
What time do you close?
So our hours, thank you for asking that. Our hours Monday through Friday, 7 to 3 p.m. On Saturdays, we're open 8 to 3, and on Sundays, 9 to 1.
Okay.
Yep, and all of our information is on our website, afrojoes.com. You can follow us on all social platforms, afrojoes.com. We're really active on Instagram. That's where we post all of our events and everything there. So please jump on and follow us there. And like I said, we also have online ordering. So if you're ever in a rush, you can put your order in online. It'll be ready when you get here.
Awesome.
Beautiful, man. And I know you may not believe this, brother, but I have the pictures to prove it. I used to rock a nice afro, man. So I feel at home when I come to Afro Joes.
Yeah, absolutely. 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 I got a hat on today. I'm having a rough head day. You know, this whole pandemic got me scared to go to the barbershop. But yeah, we're going to get it together.
Man, absolutely, man. So we look forward to talking to you again. Thank you for coming on the show. And is that it? Linda, you had any more questions?
Nope. I'll be there today before 3.
All right. I
Sounds
appreciate
good.
you all. Appreciate the support.
All right.
Definitely.
Yep. Thank
All right,
you.
peace.
All right. Y'all take care. Peace.
You too.
All right.
All right, now. All right, did I do it right? Okay, so all right, we're gonna make sure, you know, we're rocking and rolling over here. Man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Y'all don't understand some of the greatness that I see in this building. So this is my analogy so far. When you see Mays Jackson, he's like Michael Jordan when Michael Jordan was a player and a coach. This man being here doing his show, then he's over here working the equipment and running everything. So he, so he's like Jordan when he was with the Wizards with the what was that? What's the name of them? Was that DC? Whatever the Wizards were. So, but anyway, man. So Linda Perez, man, it's so great to have you co-hosting with us today. What else is happening in your world? Any news, man? What did you seen in the news that really has you excited today?
Well, Toure, you're gonna be shocked, but I really don't watch the news. I try not to feed my spirit with negativity, and so I don't watch TV. So you're talking to a person that really doesn't turn on the television. I might watch a movie with the kids here and now and then, but yeah, I'm sorry. I can't talk to you.
No, that's all right. I understand. You know, especially the way the news comes at us, it can bring you down. And quite with a moment of clarity, a lot of business owners, a lot of successful business owners, say the same thing. They don't watch too much news. They just, you know, just enough to make sure they know what's going on, but they don't consume themselves with news. But of course, we know one thing.
I tune into Maze in the morning and I get the updates and I like his views. And I was just telling kids, and my kids like him now because you know Demetrian. So Demetrian is into it. Mama too, can you put on me? I'm like, oh shoot, it's 6:28. Let's tune in. So I get my news from there. And
that's beautiful. And you have kids and you have children. So the kids are in the back eating the grass, and then the children are watching the show with you. You know, kids are baby goats.
Oh yeah, you're right. Children, I'm sorry.
So, but anyway, we did, of course, there was an inauguration. Now, I have to be very transparent. I missed the inauguration because it was actually the time that I had to take my Illinois real estate exam, my license exam. So I was in there taking my exam and not watching the inauguration. And I think everyone came out a winner, right? Joe Biden and Kamala Harris came out, vice president. So shout out to, you know, that new administration. We're going to have on an AKA real soon. So I'm sure she's excited as well that we have a AKA in the White House.
Right.
And shout out to all the black women who been holding it down for a long time. So we appreciate you. That's why we have Linda Perez. We have you on today because this is a great day to celebrate the beauty and majesty of the black woman.
Yes, absolutely.
So here's a couple of things that have been interesting to me. Sometimes I think it's good to have an outside view of what's going on in other cities because it can help us think about things that may be relevant in Chicago. Now, I heard about two separate situations. One, the Philadelphia 76ers have a Buy Black program where they're looking for applications for local Black-owned businesses through February 2nd, and they're going to be doing some support and putting in money and promoting racial equity through supporting Black-owned businesses. And of course, we know the city did something like that here with during Buy Black Friday, but you know, they didn't work with those who've been doing it in the community for a while and put the black in Buy Black Friday. And you have Starbucks that's doing something in other cities as well. So, Linda, what do you think about that? Do you think that this is a great time for corporations? And there may be somebody doing it here we just don't know about yet on a big scale like that. I haven't heard about any professional teams doing it. So, but what do
I
you
haven't
think
heard
about?
I said I haven't heard about the professional teams, but if that happens, that'll be awesome. We need the extra help. We need the extra funds, so we can find funds in different places and people willing to reach back and help those. That's dope.
Man, so tell me, what would you do? What would you do in business if you had right now at your disposal $1 million liquid that you could just do whatever you wanted to with?
I would create a food hall, first of all. I would create a food hall in Woodlawn, and where people like myself that are startups, and it's hard to have the funds for the equipment, and we'll have that. So if I had that type of money, I would create a hall where at least 50 different businesses would be in there, and to teach our people that we don't have to be scared when it's so many restaurants in one place. It helps all of us with the marketing piece because we can't eat the same food every day or every week, but the next time they come, oh, that's in there or that's there. So that's what I would do, a food hall.
Man, that makes a lot of sense. And man, it's a great variety that you can bring. So, man, we're going to go to a break in just a few seconds here, about 2 minutes, and then we're going to bring on another guest is going to be coming on real soon. But that would be a great idea. So do a food hall and people can collaborate. People can come get variety. Now, what area would you like it for it to be in?
I say Woodlawn or Chatham, but Woodlawn, we don't have many choices in our community. So Woodlawn is upcoming. So I would see Woodlawn. There's a lot of land in that area, or even Inglewood. Inglewood has a lot of vacancy lots where it could be built from the ground up.
Yep, absolutely. And we obviously have a great team of folks, folks that help put together Afro Joes and some other folks that we've heard about that are teaching Black men and women construction. So we're going to go to a quick break and we'll be right back with more of the Toure Muhammad Show here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
WIFTPM.
Jackson. If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like Macy. Randy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we're about 60 years old. I be done had a heart
You gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that, yeah.
I don't like that one.
Because I'm the boss of this family.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm gonna need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool.
How about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruiting. I don't want to be recruiting and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
All right, and we are back with the Toure Muhammad Show here at What's in It for the Black People Media. We are in Wakanda Land, South Side here in Chicago, and we have co-hosting with us Linda Sissy Perez, and man, we just were told we saw my mother posted in the news feed, breaking news: Hank Aaron, the legendary ball player for the Atlanta Braves, just passed. He passed at 86 years old. He was the one who broke the record of Babe Ruth. They thought his record wouldn't be broken, and Hank Aaron came in and became an icon in baseball, breaking the legendary Babe Ruth's record. So, man, condolences to his family, his loved ones, and it's a time to remember and recall that, that he went through a lot to become the great player that he was. And, man, we remember him and honor him for what he did. Hank Aaron. So I'm looking it up now. Yep, 755 homers. Just an amazing man. So, and man, I'm also thinking about, as we mentioned him, one of our dear friends, one of my Lynn Bloom classmates, Cliff Davis, just passed as well yesterday. So our hearts and prayers are with him and his family as well. So, man, we just wanted to give that quick update here on the Toure Muhammad Show as we heard that news as it just came through the news feed, and we were alerted by my mom. So thank my mom for sharing that with us. It is 12:04. Today is Friday. It is a wonderful day. As I always say, and this is a reminder to be on the top side of the earth. And so we're thankful for those who are with us, and we're thankful for those who have passed on, but who left a message, who left something memorable for us to contemplate and think about. So, Ms. Perez, what did you think about? I know you were excited about Afro Joe. Did you know that they did all those things with the children and had such a
I didn't. Sorry, I didn't. And I think when I seen an advertisement from you, I drove past Halsted just to see where it was located. And I haven't had a chance to stop by, but today I will. I didn't know all those great things. I love the fact that he has sandwiches, food. Women always look to watch their shape, figure. So trying to eat cake and, bread all day, he actually has some food that we can, be full and satisfied. So I'm great. I'm looking forward to it and bringing my kids there as well. So we're going to make it a family trip today.
Man, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. We're definitely going to try to get over there. We might meet you over there if time permits. So, man, I'm looking forward to the guests that we're coming up. Anybody, if you are interested in learning about a vegan meal prep, a vegan meal business, look forward and stay tuned. Don't go anywhere because we're going to be talking to an up-and-coming entrepreneur. And I want you, Linda, to talk a little bit about where you met this young lady. I know y'all going to get into it maybe a little bit more when she comes on, but talk a little bit about your experience because, you have experience in daycare. You've been running that. Matter of fact, you teach people and give people incredible advice and tips on how to run a daycare. But when you decided to run and launch and start a restaurant, you knew there was some other things that you needed to learn. So you went to Sunshine Academy and went through a course. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So I went through Derek Rowe from Maeve's Deli introduced me to Sunshine. I signed up for the class. It was a 12-week program. We did it on Zoom, which I was kind of glad and not had to go in every Saturday. So it was from 9 to 12. They became family. So the young lady that we're going to bring on, she was in my class, and we had breakout exercise, learning. I brought some things that I knew about business consulting as well to the table. But there was things that I was missing far as doing my price points, and Sunshine really helped me figure that piece out, because sometimes we undercharge for our product or our service. We just come out with a random number, but I appreciate the way they showed us the formula to figure things out. Also, just meeting awesome women and men in that group where we can support each other. It was 126 graduate from that class, and that's 126 Black-owned businesses that we should be supporting and knowing about, from plumbers, contract to farmers, restaurant catering, life coaches. It's just beautiful to even network and have these type of opportunities right here in our community. And again, all props up to Brandon Evans from Sunshine. That was our instructor. Excellent teacher as well. He's like, Linda, you got this. Every time I call him, but you know how we second guess ourselves, but you want to hear someone else's opinion. So it was just a beautiful experience with this class. And she came from Sunshine Academy as well. So she does pre-orders as well with her vegan food. And I'm ready to try her vegan food as well. It looks good on Instagram.
Man, that's what's up. So, yep, we're going to look forward to talking to her in a minute. And, man, it must be it's a vegan day. It's a vegan week because I also just learned about a vegan grab-and-go eatery called Uncooked. They are open in Bucktown. Black-owned Jeremy Jones, him and his mother, I think, are the owners, but he's at least a co-founder, and she has another place. But they had one place, I think, in the Fulton Market District, and now they have Uncooked, 1616 North Damon Avenue, prepackaged vegan breakfast, lunch, and dinner food items. So that's absolutely wonderful to see this kind of growth and, new things happening that we can patronize, and people that are in that total, lifestyle can have places where they can go and get that. You and I, I do eat vegan as long as it's good, and I don't eat a lot of meat, but I still eat meat.
Right. Same here. We eat meat, or we eat meat, and our thing is I love fish more. But it's starting to be a change in our community. Everyone is starting to be health cautious. People are trying to change their eating habits, what they intake, because we learn from grandma, auntie. We think it's okay to have it or intake it. So everyone is moving, and there's different bridges for everybody. Just like the place, is it Plant Junkie? What is that? Is on Stony.
Mm-hmm.
I love her food. So there's places that I don't care that's vegan, but you have some that can touch your taste buds, I should say. So if I'm getting a pizza puff, I at least want to make sure it still has that pizza puff like flavor, and not spaghetti sauce flavor. So I had a bad pizza puff, vegan pizza puff, before. So everyone is moving. We pick and choose when we want to be vegan, vegetarian, in our family, which is cool. It's an opportunity for us to kind of let our bodies kind of relax from everything, the toxic things that we can put in our body or dead meat in our body.
Absolutely. And make sure, I'm going to make sure, just for full clarity and transparency, the book that I strive to live by, How Do We to Live, by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, says in no uncertain terms that no meat is good for us. And he encourages us in that illuminating book to get off of meat totally. And I am on my way, definitely not what I used to be. And like you said, I try to eat mostly fish when I do eat, but I still eat a little chicken, and every now and then some red meat. But you're absolutely right. We have to slow down. One thing I heard that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said is that he's like a traffic cop that was trying to slow down our rush to death. And he still is trying to slow down our rush to death. And there's an old saying that we dig our graves with our teeth. So, most of us don't have to blame anybody else but ourselves for the health conditions that we have that permeate in our community. So better eating will get us on the right road, and also better thinking, right? It's definitely good to eat right, but you have to think right as well. And when you have that combination, you are on the road to a better health, right? And then now it's time to get your money together. Once you get your health together, then let's get that wealth together. So, man, it's a lot of great things happening in our community. I mentioned earlier, right, and I know this is something that we both have a passion and an interest in. I'm like my brother at Afro Joes. There's certain aspects that I don't want to do, but I want to watch and pay somebody else to do, with the construction of real estate and real property. But in general, man, real estate is something that's so important. And when I think about Sissy's Taco Bar, I think about McDonald's. I heard in a lecture, and he said it more than on one occasion, Ray Kroc from McDonald's said he's not in the hamburger business, he's in the real estate business, right? And so real estate is so important when you want to build a business, because when you have real property that you control, there's a lot more you have a lot more opportunities to build and grow on that business. I just heard about some incredible things that Walgreens did, for example. So how they built up so many Walgreens across the country is that they bought the land, right, at the lowest price, of course, because land without property on it, without real estate on it, is going to cost less rather. But then they bought the land and then sold the land to a developer. The developer then built the Walgreens and maybe sometimes a little shopping complex with Walgreens as the anchor. And then Walgreens leased out the space from that developer. So they were able to, build so fast because they didn't have to put up that much money. No money for construction, no money for build out and architecture and all that. They just had to get the land. That's ingenious.
It is. And Tori, just to tap on that, that's, I'm all about taking Sissy's Taco Bar to the next level. And that's one of our goals, is the franchise. So when we get there, we want to buy our land, our property, you can open your taco space with a franchise fee. Not that it's going to break your pockets, but then I'm in the real estate piece now too. So I am going to be taking that class in March as well. But that's the way of doing it, and building the legacy of wealth for your family and leaving something for your community and family as well. And so it's our time to shine and do things for ourselves as well in our community.
That's right. And there was, man, we appreciate you, Lily. We appreciate you, Mom. Mom says she's glad to be. There's more plant-based places in the community now. Yeah, she was starving when she came home because there wasn't that many vegan places even last year or a year and a half ago. So Tammy's asking about the class. So Tammy, we're gonna tag Jamal Julian. Jamal Julian is a person that he's a real estate instructor, and he teaches you how to pass that class. I just tagged him. I just in the post, but he teaches real estate, and I've talked to a few people who've taken courses from other people, and I told them some of the things that I experienced, and they were saying they wish they had him teaching their class. And we're talking about people who are extremely intelligent, but it's such a foreign language. And if you don't have somebody who is really helping to translate and to create stories that will help make certain things memorable, it takes it a little bit longer. So a lot of people don't pass the first time they take the real estate exam course, but I, by the grace of God and my hard work and his instruction, was able to pass the first time I took it. And so, Tammy, I just tagged him, Jamal Julian. But if you go to his page, or when I get back after we finish the show, I'll make sure you get that information. And so there was a saying that I've heard that in other communities, that they say that a man rather, is not a man until they have real estate. They have real property, if you will. And I think that's one of the things in our community. Sometimes we think that something is only for us to know if we are getting really involved in that industry, right? But there's certain things that they didn't teach us in school that they really should have. They took out home economics. Everybody should know how to keep their house clean, right? Everybody should know how to cook a decent meals, and everybody should know something about finance and about real estate. Man, if we understood those things, I mean, what were we learning in school? If we weren't learning the things that we needed that would really help us to be productive and comfortable human beings and productive human beings. What you think about that?
Me?
Yes. I'm talking to
Well,
you.
I agree, because I just had this conversation about a week ago. Our kids don't have what we had, as far as the home ec, the wood shop, the art, because I took all that. That's how I learned construction, and that's how I was able to do my whole basement, from putting in the toilet, from drilling in the concrete. But I learned that through wood shop. But we don't have that. And finance. We learned how to do our bank account in 7th grade and how to budget. And our kids don't get that at 7th grade no more. So also, of course, I had to leave the city for a while. And of course, out in the country or somewhere, that's where we got all this experience, what I did. But I use that today. And so we bring that back into our school. I think it can help our children everyday life skills that they're missing. If it's not taught in the home, it's like, how can they be taught? And that's one reason we had the non-for-profit, was to try to teach those that didn't receive it back in grammar school or high school.
Yep, absolutely. And so there are a few things that we talked about on the last show, some careers, right? Because some people think that the only way to get into the real estate game is that you have to, scrape up, $10, $20, $30,000 and then try to find some investment opportunities, right? But one way you can get in is what I just did, is start the path to become a real estate broker, right? And then you have people who do home inspections, right? Home inspections is an incredible way to generate a lot of revenue consistently. Of course, you got to get trained in it, but it's something that people are going to consistently need, right? Financing, right? Mortgage loans and, loan origination, and understanding that component is something that will continue to be relevant. And then, like I just mentioned, Jamal Julian, he not only is he an investor and, a broker, a realtor, but he also is an educator. So you can teach real estate education in a formal way, or you can be, a counselor and a coach and help people to learn in that kind of way, right? And then there's the auction game, right? There are people who specialize in just auctioning of homes and real estate and real property. And then you have, of course, lawyers. So there's so many different ways to get involved in the real estate, industry and make a living from it. And I think that we need to, share some of these different avenues and mediums with our children so that they can see other options. I'll never forget a good friend of mine. He was a real estate appraiser, and this man was charging, I don't know, $125 for every appraisal that he did. And he was doing 4 to 5 to 6 appraisals a day, consistently 7 days a week for several years. So, and this was 15 years ago. So you do the math, and I'm sure that, even when the economies change, right, supply and demand may change, but there's always the moving of real estate, no matter what the economy is. People are doing well in real estate right now, even with the pandemic. So we look forward to seeing what you do with the taco bar and building that crate space, because you have some incredible vision, some incredible ideas. So I look forward to seeing, as you get into the education aspect and learn even more about real estate and start using that as a component in building your business.
Absolutely. And that's what we plan to do. Absolutely, Toure. And I tell people too, when we get into something, and just like Afro, he mentioned, you constantly got to keep training yourself and educating yourself, not feeling that you made it or you don't need improvement. We all need improvement. We always want to rise up and rise above. So you're absolutely right. And taking classes, getting every little piece that you can, talking to people, networking, it's a beautiful thing, but it's going to grow you into the individual or lead you on that path that you should be on.
Absolutely. And that's why we want to continue to start. We're going to bring on folks that know real estate, know different aspects of it, so they can educate people and provide some opportunities for people to learn and grow in that area. And then we also want to make sure we give some tips on marketing, right? We're carving out a lane here, man. And of course we help small businesses, but we're going to put a lot more emphasis on helping real estate and restaurants. Something about that R&R I like. It's not rest and relaxation, but it's real estate and restaurants. And we want to really help folks grow in that area and build their business. So we're going to do a quick tip, and then we're going to bring on our next guest in about less than a minute, because she is in the studio now, and we are excited to talk to her about her new business that she launched. And I love her story, and I can't wait for you all to hear it as well. So we're going to go to a quick break, and then we're going to bring on our next guest here on the Toure Muhammad Show. I hope you all are enjoying it. I hope you all are learning something. I hope you all are able to share and like it with folks, because we think we're sharing something that you need to hear and that is so important for our community, for personal development, business development, and for community development. So we'll be right back in a few seconds. Don't go anywhere. Share and like, and then I want you all to hear from our next guest.
WIFTBPM. Introducing your trusted source for high-quality Black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe Black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of Black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black youth events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black youth members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black youth letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
Oh, baby.
that you're here with me and everything, but since you just left a few hours ago, I've just been going crazy. And I done come to realize one thing.